prints on the walls. Everything is dark, poky, covered in a thick layer of dust, with very little light coming from the small paned windows. On the first floor are the bedrooms, each door marked with the name of a Mussolini child. On the bed in Mussolini and Rachele's room lies one of his many khaki uniforms, complete with fez and dagger, laid out as if waiting for his return. Edda, his eldest and favorite child, had her room at the front, overlooking the courtyard. Her bed has a white cotton cover, and on the pillow lies a doll in a frilly dress with a worn ceramic face. The 1930s Art Deco cupboard contains some of the dresses, with their bold patterns, big shoulders, and pinched waists that she wore as an adult when her clothes were the models for chic fascist women. On the dressing table are little trinkets and bric-a-brac that might have come from village fairs. On every wall of this musty, chilly house, in every room, corridor, and staircase, hung closely one to the next, are photographs, the family at banquets, in the streets, playing sports, on bicycles, on horseback, and in fast cars. The older boys bold in their pilots' uniforms, the girls demure in their print dresses. Rachele shoots pigeons. The Mussolinis smile, frown, look serious, laugh. They get married, go to parties, raise their arms in the fascist salute. The portrait of Edda in her early 20s gives her a handsome, stern, quizzical look. The Villa Carpena is not the only place of pilgrimage for those interested in Mussolini and his family. In nearby Predapio, transformed from a poor, remote agricultural hamlet into a thriving tourist center, Mussolini's Mother Rosa's schoolroom is also a museum, and visitors can inspect the dingy rooms of the Casa Natale in which the Duce was born. Nearby, in the cemetery of San Cassiano, is the family crypt. On the 28th of October every year, Italians nostalgic for the fascist past come here to remember and celebrate the anniversary of the birth of fascism, before processing with flags and banners down Predapio's main street. The gift shop in the village, which sells many of the same things as the Villa Carpena, does good business. Alongside the busts and the knives are copies of Mein Kampf and Nazi insignia. None of this is illegal in modern Italy, where these pilgrimage sites have come to be seen as an integral part of the country's cultural and political heritage. Many thousands of people make their way to Predapio every year, some from as far away as Japan and Australia, others brought by coach from all over Italy. This year, 2022, on the 28th of October, is the 100th anniversary of the March on Rome. A century on, it is not easy in Italy to forget the fascist years. Mussolini devoted much time and many resources to engraving fascist ideology on the landscape, stamping his new era of nationalism and a return to the grandeur of ancient Rome onto buildings, sports arenas, offices, and even entire towns. Ridding the country of these monumental, intimidating buildings made of limestone, travertine, and marble, with their flat surfaces and sharp lines, was considered impractical in the wake of the Second World War, when the Allied Control Commission recommended the removal of only the more unaesthetic buildings and the destruction of the busts and statues of the dictator. They were more interested in putting their energies into limiting the powers of the Communist Party. In any case, the inter-party Christian Democrat bloc that took over the government included among its members many former fascists. In the years since then, fascist architecture has come to be regarded as an attractive form of modernism. In 2015, the fashion house Fendi moved its global headquarters into what had been the Palazzo della Civiltà Italiana at EUR, the overbearing fascist suburb that lies between Rome and Ostia. Its gleaming white arches and rows of life-sized naked marble statues